Good morning! Today is June 8th, 2012, and today is the 158th anniversary of the Gadsden Purchase. In honor of this holiday, we have invited a Gadsden Purchase expert on the show. Good morning, Bailey Brown. Thanks for coming on the show. We have prepared some questions for you.
Hi, thanks for having me on the show. I'd love to answer your questions.
So, Bailey, who are the individuals involved in the event?
Well, there were four main individuals in the Gadsden Purchase. The first individual was James Gadsden, who initiated the purchase. The second was Santa Anna, who was the Mexican president. And the third and fourth were President Franklin Pierce and the Secretary of War under him, Jefferson Davis.
Interesting. So, when did the event take place?
Well, the treaty was signed on December 30th, 1853. However, changes were made by the Senate, and it wasn't approved by Mexico and signed by Franklin Pierce until June 8th, 1854.
Okay. So, where is the land that was acquired by the Gadsden Purchase?
Well, the land purchased is in present-day Arizona and southwestern New Mexico. The lands bought were south of the Gila River and west of the Rio Grande.
There you have it, folks. So, how much land was acquired?
Well, the total land bought was 45,535 square miles, which is 30 million acres. And in present day, that would come out to about 33 cents an acre.
Can you tell me what happened in the Gadsden Purchase?
Well, James Gadsden was an advocate of a southern transcontinental railroad route, and he knew that the best route would be under the U.S. boundary line that was established by the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo at the end of the Mexican-American War. So he met with Franklin Pierce, which was the president, and Secretary of War Jefferson Davis, and Franklin Pierce appointed James Gadsden as the minister to Mexico in 1853. After this happened, James Gadsden met with Santa Anna, who was the Mexican president at the time, and he negotiated a treaty that would give America the lands needed to build the Southern Transcontinental Railroad route for $10 million. Santa Anna agreed to this deal because Mexico is heavily in need of money.
Were there any problems?
Well, the North did not like the Southern Transcontinental Railroad route because it meant that the West would become commercially dependent on the South instead of the North. It also meant that slavery could spread to these new territories acquired by the Gadsden Purchase, and the North was heavily against slavery.
Did the Gadsden Purchase provide any solutions?
Well, other than gaining the lands necessary to build a Southern Transcontinental Railroad, the Gadsden Purchase also made many Americans feel better about the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Many Americans were upset after this treaty was signed, and the $10 million used to purchase the lands in the Gadsden Purchase was a sort of restitution.
Why was the Gadsden Purchase significant in history?
Well, the Southern Pacific Railroad was completed in 1881 thanks to James Gadsden's purchase. This also was the last part of land acquired by the U.S. to complete the 48 mainland states that we have today. And this also led to the Civil War because of the increased sectional tension between the North and the South. And in closing, a little fun fact is that if the Gadsden Purchase had not occurred, then in 1997, the men's NCAA basketball championship would have went to Kentucky instead of Arizona, because Tucson, Arizona would have belonged to Mexico if the land had not been bought by the U.S.
That concludes our segment for today. Goodbye, everyone, and stay classy, San Diego. Why was the Gadsden Purchase? What am I?